sports fans, Friday morning right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Your champion star Oluyole reporting for duty. And on the program this morning, it's the weekend, and the weekend serves us a whole lot of sporting stories. We are sports for choices as the big leagues set to resume this weekend. Domestic and even foreign. Also giving you update from some results as went down yesterday in the UEFA Europa League as teams are settling or scrambling to qualify for the knockout phase of the UEFA Europa League. We'll be giving you update from there. The first Grand Slam of the year in the world of tennis, Australian Open as Melbourne Park, has also been giving us some very interesting stories. A whole lot of interesting stories for us, and also one big news in the Nigeria Premier Football League. I'm sure you'll be itching to know that because it's also connected to the city of Ibadan, and be wondering what that is all about. We'll be letting you into that bit also. So all you need to do is to sit back and enjoy what we've curated for you on the program this morning. We're live on Facebook on Oluyole 98.5 FM and Oluyole 8.5 FM. So two channels where you can have the microphone to yourselves. I'll be giving you a shout out on the program this morning. Well, as I say, apologies. We saw a whole lot of messages at some point on the Facebook streamer, but unfortunately for time yesterday, I wasn't able to take all of them. But I promise to read your comments from Facebook this morning. You could also catch us on YouTube, also on the live stream, and I'll be sure that we'll be reading from YouTube this morning. Also, if you want to call into the live studio, you can call 070-555-1985, 070-555-1985. Another number is 080-55-009850. So those two phone numbers that need your calls into our live studio this morning. Once again, my name is Oluyole. Let me do this program alone. I have Biodun joining me on the microphone at some point. I will also be sharing his thoughts on some of the stories that we have for you this morning. Without further ado, we'll start with domestic football story. In fact, we'll be starting from the Nigeria Premier Football League. Because right now, defending champions or cup holders or MPFL cup holders, Remo Stars, they have been charged for breaching of the MPFL, that's the Nigeria Premier Football League framework and rules in the course of their matchday 20 fixture versus Ikorodu City on January 14, 2026. The champions failed to provide adequate and effective security during their home game versus Ikorodu City, leading to a brawl between fans of both clubs and resulting in injuries of away fans and damaged vehicles. Remo Stars also failed to ensure proper conduct of the supporters, resulting in the harassment and intimidation of match officials. Remo Stars supporters, according to the statement, also threw objects onto the pitch, resulting in several stoppages during the match. Furthermore, Remo Stars supporters displayed barbaric behavior by bringing dangerous objects and weapons into the stadium capable of breaking the game to disrepute. Consequently, the MPFL has slammed a 2 million naira fine for failing to provide adequate and effective security, another 1 million naira for throwing objects towards the field of play. Remo Stars will also pay a fine of 1 million naira for the improper conduct of their supporters, as well as another 1 million naira for misconduct capable of bringing the game to disrepute. It doesn't stop there. Another fine of 2 million naira has been imposed on the club to serve as compensatory cost for the damages on the waiting boss and supporters, totaling 7 million naira in fines, which the Sky Blues will be paying to the MPFL, and that is after that infraction which the club suffered, which the club committed in the hands of Ikorodu City. And additionally, Remo Stars will now play the remaining of their own matches this season at the Lincoln Salami Stadium in Ibadan following the incident at the Ikene home ground. Right now, the club has 48 hours from the date of notification of the sanctions to appeal if they so choose to. So right now, trouble on the field of play and trouble off the field of play for the champions of the Nigeria Premier Football League, that is Remo Stars. I'm still giving you updates from the Nigeria Premier Football League. Rangers technical advisor Fidelis Ilechukwu is now back with the team after returning from international duty. Remember, Ilechukwu is an assistant the Nigeria Super Eagles was away with the team at the just concluded the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, and the young tactician took charge of the Flying Antelopes in preparation for match day 22 against Warri Wolves on Thursday. That was from yesterday. And Rangers International, I beg your pardon, announced their tacticians return to the team on social media, and quoting their social media post, it said, "Our technical advisor returns from AFCON duty with Nigeria, bringing experience back where it matters most." And Rangers will be up against Warri Wolves at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, that's the Cathedral, come Sunday, and giving you fixtures expected in the Nigeria Premier Football League, as all games in match day 22 will be going down on Sunday. In Maiduguri, it will be El Kanemi Warriors versus Ikorodu City, Remo Stars versus Kun Khalifat Football Club, Shooting Stars versus Bendel Insurance, Wiki Tories versus Kano Pillars in Bauchi. Rangers International will be host of Warri Wolves as Katsina United at the Muhammad Diko Stadium will be host of Plateau United, Kwara United versus Rivers United in Ilori, Abia Warriors versus Nasarawa United as Niger Tornadoes will be entertaining Iyimba Football Club, Barra Football Club versus Bayelsa United. And yes, come Sunday in the city of Ibadan, the Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan will be taking on Bendel Insurance, traveling all the way from Benin City, Edo State. And ahead of that game, the club's management, as headed by Honorable Taiwo Lekon Salami, has invited all members of the press to have a field day in that game, which Shooting Stars will be hosts of Bendel Insurance in the Nigeria Premier Football League match day 22 of the MPFL. And it doesn't just stop there for the MPFL side, because Wednesday it will be a midweek fixture for MPFL side in Lagos. We'll be seeing Southwest Derby between Ikorodu City versus Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan, and it will be a homecoming, if you like, for Nuruddin Aweru, and also his Lebanese assistant, as will be facing their former club, their former parent club in the Nigeria Premier Football League. In Ozoro, we'll be seeing that Warri Wolves are taking on the Remo Stars, Nasarawa United versus Iyimba Football Club, Abia Warriors versus Wiki Tories. That to be a Wednesday fixture. January 28, 2026, Kano Pillar versus Katsina United, Plateau United versus Rangers International, Kun Khalifa Football Club versus Kwara United, Rivers United versus El Kanemi Warriors, Bendel Insurance versus Barra Football Club, and Bayelsa United versus Niger Tornadoes. I'm moving straight to the continent of Africa, where one Nigerian side is participating in the ongoing CAF Champions League. I'm talking about Rivers United, where their head coach Finidi George has declared his team ready for the CAF Champions League clash against Power Dynamos of Zambia, set to go down at the Levi Mwasana Stadium in Ndola come Saturday. Today, match day 3 fixture, and Rivers United will be desperate to record their first win in the group stage. The Port Harcourt club lost their opening 2 games to Pyramids Football Club of Egypt and RS Bakene of Morocco. Afinidi said they are battle ready for their opponent, and quoting what he said to the club's media team, for a club to be in the group stage of the CAF Champions League, it shows they are a good side. We expect an interesting encounter against them on Saturday. Holders Pyramid and RS Bakena will be clashing in the other group game. A whole lot is still happening after the concluded 35th Total Energies African Cup of Nations, as we can confirm that Super Eagles striker Akko Adams, he has earned a continental recognition as his goal against Algeria during the just concluded AFCON has been listed among the CAF's top 5 goals of the tournament. Well, the goal which Akko Adams scored was Nigeria's second goal, or the winning goal against the Desert Foxes of Algeria in Nigeria's 2-0 victory in that encounter, and that goal played a crucial role in propelling the Super Eagles towards the third place finish of the competition. And taking a look at the top 5 goals as recognized by the Confederation of African Football. First was Ayoub El Kabi for Morocco, as El Kabi stole the show with a bicycle kick shortly after entering as a substitute. The second was Christian Kofen of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, Adil Boubina of Algeria, as he had a very beautiful long-range striker in their 1-0 victory over the Democratic Republic of Congo. Papa Gueye of Senegal had his own goal mentioned by CAF, albeit in a chaotic final against host nations Morocco, and that was the top 5 goals as recognized by the Confederation of African Football. So congratulations to Akko Adams and wish him all the best. But check your time right now at 15 minutes to the half 8. We're going for a short commercial break. When we return, Sportit Bit continues. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ìbùkún Ábúráhámù dé gbogbo ìlú ọlọ́ṣẹ́ Ìbàdàn ẹ kú oríire. Ọlọ́run Ábúráhámù ó ti ṣetán láti ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣirò tí yóò sì máa fi ìbùkún tó kọjá òye ẹ̀dá bí ayé oníkojúkọ ènìyàn wò ní ọlọ́ṣẹ́ for Christ 2026 full night of glory pẹ̀lú àkòrí tá a pè ní Abraham's blessing. Níbẹ̀ ni ayé ogunlógó ènìyàn yóò ti gba ìfọwọ́tọ́ tí Ọlọ́run wòlíì Ọlágúnjú yóò mọ fà àwọn ènìyàn lórí sókè lọ sí ibi gíga. Gbogbo olùgbé ìlú ọlọ́ṣẹ́ tó fi mọ́ gbogbo Ìbàdàn lápapọ̀ ẹ dìde wúyà kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ ní ọlọ́ṣẹ́ for Christ 2026 èyí tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ Tuesday 27 di ọjọ́ Friday 30th oṣù kínní ọdún 2026 látàgò mẹ́wàá lẹ́ dàgò mẹ́ta òwúrọ̀ níbi tí Ọlọ́run yóò ti máa lò Lady Evangelist lórí Oyèkúnlé Pastor Adéwálé Samuel Ajírere James Oyèdélé Pastor Olúwaṣínà Kàsálé Pastor Ládìpúpọ̀ Assembly Pastor ní Pastor Adébọ́lá Mose àní tí Ọlọ́run kò ní tí ọ̀rọ̀ àṣẹ wòlíì yóò mọ jáde láti ní Prophet M.I. Ọlágúnjú General Superintendent P-Zone inú ìjọ wa ló ti máa wáyé CAC Agbára Ọlọ́run ní ìgbàanì Power House of Peace District P-Zone kìlómítà 10 Ìbàdàn Lálùpù Ìwọ́tà Road Ẹlẹ́ṣin bus stop Ọlọ́ṣẹ́ Ìbàdàn.
Yes, welcome back from that short commercial break. You're still on to Oluyole 98.5 FM where you're listening to Sportit Bit. Right here. Also, special hello to listeners on Okyogo 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. And continuing with some of the stories which we're serving you. Yes, right now in a bid to redeem unfulfilled pledges and also motivate active athletes, the National Sports Commission, that's the NSC, has set aside, listen to this, 2 billion naira each as a special support for deserving retired Nigerian athletes and coaches, as well as a presidential awards for successful Nigerian teams and athletes in the 2026 budget. All as contained in the appropriation details of the Sports Commission has earmarked a total of 4 billion naira to cater for retired athletes and coaches, fulfill or redeem the federal government obligations and reward successful Nigerian athletes and teams at continental and international events this year. Over the years, retired athletes have been forced to cry out over long-standing unfulfilled promises, while some have sought assistance over health challenges. In June 2025, the federal government fulfilled its 3-decade-old promise of house allocations to members of the 1994 Super Eagles squad that won the African Cup of Nations in Tunisia, and recently the NSC chairman Malam Shehu Diko led a presidential delegation to present documents of national honors and landed properties to players of the Super Eagles in Morocco following their silver medal finish at the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Diko also assured that the cash, houses and land pledges made to members of the Super Falcons and D Tigers are already noting the Commission's determination to ensure prompt settlement of all pending pledges. So we hope this will bring the much needed impetus and even inspiration to the teams, various national teams of Nigeria, hoping they continue to give their sweat and blood for the success and glory of Nigeria. And giving you one transfer update regarding a Nigerian international, talking about Emmanuel Dennis Bonaventure. Finally, the young man has found a new home after joining Danish club Brøndby, and Brøndby announced the deal yesterday, Thursday, noting the player will remain with the club until the summer of 2028. Dennis has been without a club since last summer after Nottingham Forest terminated his contract as part of their squad clear out. The Nigerian international was deemed surplus to requirements and did not feature in any of Forest's pre-season games before his departure, and the 28-year-old has struggled for regular playing time over the past 2 seasons, but he now looks ready to put that behind him after impressing during training at his new club. Wishing Emmanuel Dennis Bonaventure success in his new endeavors. Well, from there, let's give you games to be expected in some of the leagues in Europe, and starting from the English Premier League, because it will be a 1:30 kickoff time in the city of London as West Ham will be taking on Sunderland. Fulham Football Club, also in London, will be taking on Brighton and Hove Albion by 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Burnley versus Tottenham at the Turf Moor. Manchester City versus Wolves by 4 p.m. and by 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. The Vitality will be venue of AFC Bournemouth versus Liverpool Football Club. And on Sunday, 3 p.m. Nigerian time, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea Football Club. 3 p.m. also will be seen Newcastle versus Aston Villa at the St. James's Park. Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. And Super Sunday fixtures. Super Sunday at kickoff time by 5:30 sees Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium, and Monday Night Football sees Everton versus Leeds United by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. I'm currently taking a look at the EPL table. It is Arsenal Football Club on top after 22 games played with 50 points. In second place is Manchester City with 43. City tied on points with Aston Villa with 43 points. And Liverpool in 4th position. Manchester United in 5th, Chelsea in 6th, Brentford in 7th, Newcastle in 8th, Sunderland in 9th, and Everton in 10th position. And the bottom side are West Ham United, Burnley and Wolves in the English Premier League. From the EPL, we move straight to the Spanish La Liga and giving you fixtures expected in the Spanish La Liga. Well, today by 9 p.m. we'll be seeing Levante taking on Elche, and from tomorrow by 2 p.m. Rayo Vallecano versus Osasuna. By 4:15 p.m. Valencia versus Espanyol. 6:30 p.m. tomorrow, Sevilla versus Athletic Club, and by 9 p.m. we'll be seeing Villarreal versus Real Madrid. On Sunday by 2 p.m. Atletico Madrid versus Mallorca, and by 4:15 p.m. Football Club Barcelona versus Real Oviedo, and by 6:30 Real Sociedad versus Celta Vigo, and by 9 p.m. on Sunday Alaves versus Real Betis, and on Monday we'll be seeing Girona versus Getafe. And on the La Liga standings, it is Barcelona after 20 matches played on top with 49 points, closely followed by Real Madrid in second place, who are on 48 points, and in third we have Villarreal with 41 points, and Atletico Madrid also with 41 points. The bottom side are Alaves, Levante and Real Oviedo. And in the French League 1, we also have games starting from today by 8 p.m. Auxerre versus Paris Saint-Germain, and by 5 p.m. tomorrow, Rennes versus Lorient, and Le Havre versus Monaco, AS Monaco by 7 p.m. tomorrow, and by 9:05 Olympique Marseille versus RC Lens, and on Sunday by 3 p.m. Nantes versus OGC Nice. By 5:15 p.m. we'll be seeing Stade Brestois versus Toulouse, Paris FC versus Angers by 5:15 p.m. Metz versus Olympique Lyon by 5:15. By 8:45 p.m. Lille Metropole versus Strasbourg. That is the fixtures in some of the big leagues in Europe, giving you updates from the ongoing Australian Open in the city of Melbourne. Well, Daniel Medvedev, that is one man who will be thanking his stars today, because he had to battle from the brink to have a positive result as the Russian run to 2024 final included 4 matches, and that was the longest in the Open era. But for him today, he had to beat the Hungarian Fabian Marozan 6-7, 4-6, 7-5, 6-love, 6-3 to reach the 4th round. And according to him, he thought it was a repeat of him going down once again when he was 2 sets down, but the Russian had to come from the brink. And yes, he truly enjoyed that victory. And let's see what he will do, hoping to register his name as a Grand Slam winner. Well, check the time right now. This is 3 minutes to the hour of 8, and it's time for us to see how Biwa is on the program. Well, it's the weekend. Do make sure you enjoy yourselves. Well, tomorrow morning by 7:30 a.m., Oluyole will be here for a brand new edition of the program. Well, my name is Tobia Jewale, and on behalf of Fabio, who's also in the studio with me. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see you next time.
Àtúntìdé o, àrà bàbá àrà nílé akéde Ọ̀yọ́. Èyí àrà náà ni o, ètò tiwa. Lábala àkọ́kọ́, ohun tájọ máa yiri wò rèé o. Nínú kẹ́mi ogun kówó má sí, àbí kówó wà láìsálàáfíà tàbẹ́mì gígùn gan. Èwo ló dáa jù? Ohun tájọ máa pẹ̀ kẹ́lù ọ̀hún rèé. lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ní téńté orí ìròyìn ó tún gorí atẹ́gùn tó bá wá di abala kejì ètò níbi tá a ti máa ń gbàlejò dókítà Ọláwépọ̀ Tawakalt láwọn máa bá pàdé akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ nípa ẹ̀yà ara obìnrin àti àrùn jẹjẹrẹ láti ilé ìwòsàn Adé Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí jẹjẹrẹ ojú ara obìnrin irú àrùn wo tàbí àìsàn wo ni wọ́n ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ kí sì ni àpẹẹrẹ tóbìnrin ó rí tó bá ti wọlé sára rẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ wo la gbé ọ̀nà wo la lè gbà dènà rẹ̀ gan-an ǹjọ́ tiẹ̀ gbọ́ wíwò àbí ò gbọ́ rárá àwọn ìbéèrè wọ̀nyí àbómi ìtẹ̀ bá ní ni kẹ́ ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àlejò wa bó bá di Sunday lórí rédíò wa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta Olúyọ̀lé FM 98.5 Òkè Ògùn FM 96.3 àti Ajílété FM 92.1 náà ni o. Bákan náà láòtún láǹfààní àti máa wò wá ketekete lórí tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti lórí àwọn àtẹ ayélujára wa gbogbo kẹ́ ẹ fi sọ́kàn ìròyìn eré ìdárayá náà sì ní gbẹ̀yìn kẹ́ ẹ má gbàgbé yàrá àrà lọ ṣúà.
Ojúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa ń la oòrùn ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lónìí o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ èmi o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn kárí ayé màlẹ́lẹ́yìn o ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà etí ni ó lè jò ń lò fọ́nrán ìmí tó lóko yìí ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ tí balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọgbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìkànnì tó gbajúgbajà Olúyọ̀lé FM ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ajílété FM tún máa gbọ́ wa lásìkò kan náà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Òkè Ògùn FM tó wà lálága ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó kún kẹ́kẹ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ máa gbọ́ nínú ilé nínú mọ́tò tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Agbẹ́press ó tún ti yá ká tún jọgbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn rẹ̀ o.
tó àwọn pàdé fẹ́lẹ́tùwà ọba tí ó dá wa sí ọba tó kà wá yẹ ọba tó ń ṣààbò lórí wa ọlọ́run tí ò jẹ́ kí a rí wàhálà ọlọ́run tó jẹ́ kí a lè dágbére ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá pàápàá èmi àti ọkọ mi tó sì tún jẹ́ ká lè wá bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé dáàdì wa ò sí nílé lónìí.
lọ́rọ̀ kọ̀ sí ló ṣe.
tí ẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọkọ mi ò sí nílé lónìí àmọ́ ó fọkọ mi ránṣẹ́ ìwà ọmọ bí ń ṣe wá yanjú ẹ̀ náà ni.
ẹ̀kan náà ni rọ́ọ̀nù lára wa.
bó o láṣẹ àmọ̀ báyìí wọ́n lọ.
lóòótọ́ wọn mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe ti bàbá tó mọ́.
ọmọ làálàá.
ọmọ làálàá ṣùgbọ́n aláàbẹ̀wò ọlọ́mọ fi
ní mo fèsì tọ́ ṣe àdúpẹ́ mo kí wàá pé ẹ̀kú dédé àsìkò yẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ìròyìn elétí ọ̀fẹ́ fún ti àárọ̀ yìí Bùnmi Elégbèdé lórúkọ tèmi èmi náà ni ọmọge yín elédè tí mo mọ̀ ń kó èdè tèmi tí mo mọ̀ ń dì í lẹ́jẹ̀ wọn àmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò bá mówó lọ́wọ́ kò lè rí èdè jẹ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi o láti dúpẹ́ láti wà tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn àti mọ jẹdé òsínlé.
bí èèyàn bá ya ẹṣin wèrè lóòótọ́ èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ dédé èdè rẹ̀ kó wá máa fọ́ yúnra.
ó ṣoríire àmọ́ àṣàfà ń pa mi yọmọ tọrọ ni yọmọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni atọrọ abẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ ṣe.
sórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ̀ǹdíṣàn lọ́fà ìgbà míì a máa wuni láti ṣe látọkàn ṣùgbọ́n téèyàn bá wo àpò a máa fẹ́ ṣe àìlera ńgbà míì àpò rẹ̀ ló ṣàìlera.
ọlọ́run bá bùkún àpò rẹ̀ yóò lè mọ fún mi lówó dáadáa. mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ èmi àti dáàdì wa kejì náà ni a wà ní orí afẹ́fẹ́ òjẹ́ káwọn ará ilé kún wọn.
tọ́ mo kí ló kọ ẹ̀yin ìyá nígbà tí bòmí ti lè ṣáájú bí èèyàn bá wo bòmí tó bá gọ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ kò sí tó burú bẹ̀ torí abiyamọ ni.
kábíyèsí ọ̀rọ̀
bí èèyàn bá sì wo àwòrán Gòláyátì ń gbà tá a wà ń kéke tí wọ́n máa yà náà ìwé kó lè bá yé wa tí Dáfídì wá dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ tó wá dàbí tata bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti ẹ rí èmi gọ sẹ́yìn rẹ̀ torí pé ìyá ni ọ́ àbí amọ̀ ni ọ́ mo sì mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan ò ní ṣe á nígbà tá a ti júbọ̀ Ọlọ́run tá a sì ti júbọ̀ ẹ̀yin ìyá ẹjọ́ ojú àṣẹ ajílété bó ṣe sọ